Got some daylight again. I'm gonna try working a couple hours here. Get this rear suspension lowering kit done. I was trying to get this nut off. Of course, it's not moving. I could try to soak it and everything, but I have no patience right now. And what I've done is tried to get this sawzall and cut through here, and it's not doing nothing. It's just polishing. You can see that shiny bit there, and this blade's just polishing that sleeve. It's gotta be hardened steel or something. So I give up. I thought it was crazy and I switched blades, and that torch blade still couldn't even do nothing. I'm gonna test to see if I was crazy or not. I made a little cut there. So off to the angle grinder. Yes, I'm gonna try and cut through there. Try not to hit my leaf spring. Did what I said I was gonna do. I took that angle grinder and I cut the bolt out for this hanger, or shackle, sorry. And now I'm on my journey, sorry, to press this bushing in my spring, my leaf spring. I was gonna take it to a shop and get them to press it out, but I'm too stubborn, and I think I got it going here. Just a 24mm socket, and the ball joint press seems to be working. Just showing I got that son of a bitch pressed out of there. The socket idea worked. Now, let's see if I could slide this in, and we'll be good. This is how I'm gonna press that new bushing in. That ball joint press. And I'm gonna start off by pressing here. I'm pressing it in a little bit. I've been keeping a close eye on this rubber and make sure I'm not gonna damage it or anything, and it's going in pretty easy so far. And I made sure to just keep oiling this, make it slide in easier. And I'm just using this little oil bottle. There's nothing, this isn't the original oil, there's just some engine oil in there. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. It got it pressed in there pretty much all the way. I was just using the old one as a guide to keep the bottom of the ball joint press just kind of aligned, so it wouldn't interfere with your new leaf spring bushing. I don't even know what to call it, but I was watching the whole time on this rubber, and it hardly moves. So, and that sleeve was sliding in the leaf spring really easy, and I kept oiling it, and I just went slow. So see, it just comes out. And just a warning, if you care about your big ratchet wrench when you're trying to press these out with this ball joint press, maybe try not to use this, because yeah, I broke it now, and it's only working for light duty stuff. Like, I used it on here to press that in, that's how easy it went in. But yeah, anything heavier, it just clicks and breaks open, doesn't grab. The gears are broken in there, doesn't grab inside there. So buy a breaker bar, invest in one of those. Got it pressed in all the way, and it's even on both sides. I just wanted to show you guys that, because you might see me do this stuff, you know, without like a socket, and might kind of question it. Say, just take it in the mechanic and do it, and they'll do it for like 40 bucks. Well, I wish I had the 40 bucks for each one. It takes a while, but what else I got to do? It's a hobby, right? So now I'm gonna do the same thing on here. This time I already kind of pre-oiled around that sleeve. Get it soaking while I was doing this one. Yeah, it turned out really good. Alright. In the midst of doing the driver's side, the driver's side was the worst for everything. The bolts being stuck, that leaf spring hanger being rotten out, and this goddamn spring bushing, whatever you want to call it. I started on this side and that socket started going in sideways, and so I just started on this side and just kind of get me into action. I mean, show you in action what's going on, how I did it. I just have the spring, the arch up, and I put a foot here. I have my breaker bar, and you can hear even this, it's so stubborn and squeaking like that. Another thing too, I'm sure this is probably entry level to some people watching, but like, it's always best, I just get some bearing grease and I put it on this side of the thread, so as you're turning the threads in, that grease is helping the threads move along a lot easier. Plus lots of oil. I've been like everywhere. I pour it in here or here, like when it's really tough the first few times to turn it. Like lots of oil, lots of oil. Lube is your best friend. I'm sure a lot of people know that. Don't put it in dry, right? Just got finished doing the driver's side, the problem side. Nice and even. It works. Don't have to pay no one to do it. Just takes a little time and some swearing, which is alright. Taking a look here at why when I was putting the socket on this side, the socket was going in sideways. Like, I mean, it started going through this ear, whatever, like that. Like when I was pushing the old one through. And I'm taking a closer look at this, and I can tell why. It's so rotten on that one side, like the metal just like collapsed, and then the socket just, yeah, like they don't want to go straight because, you know, the angle of the metal, right? So that's why I switched sides and put the socket on this side, and it worked. Right on. I have to move on to the leaf spring hangers. I still haven't bolted the driver's side in yet, and I'm gonna do the passenger side just because you should change things in pairs when you're doing mechanical stuff like that. And like, it's all apart and stuff now anyway, so might as well do it now. And as for the bushings on this side, I know they're not bad. Like, the sleeve in there, it's not wore out too bad or nothing. Those can get done later, and honestly, like, when I have the money, I'll probably just take it in, and all they have to do is unbolt this side. And since the spring is going under the rear diff now, all you have to do is pull that bolt out and this side drops, and they can just do it in the air and it shouldn't be a problem. It's just I'm limited here, like, god damn. But I did it and it works, so I hope that helps you guys out. And that's what I'm here to do, is help you guys out. And you know, like, there's a lot of people that do YouTube for like money and stuff, and like, I'm just kind of documenting what's going on for myself. And like, what's the big deal? I can sit there and wait for the video to upload to YouTube, you know, and if it helps somebody, then man, that makes me happy, you know. Okay, yes, on to the next phase of this project.